Okay, so we got it back from the micro welder. This is the PTR, and we had to mount that tab on. I took the Picatinny off. Give it a more authentic look. So we're gonna set this. I guess it won't balance itself, but we're gonna mount. We're gonna mount the Arms Unlimited, which is exactly, honestly, it's exactly the same thing as the Battle Steel from Bowtach. They're probably made in the exact same factory. We're just going to attach this on to see, you know, how the fit is before we go any further as far as refinishing it. So I've got to take all these little scope mounting lugs off. Which, by the way, these lugs, they look heat treated, so I'm sure they're pretty tough. This does not, at least in the feel, does not feel like an airsoft mount. So let me put this up here. You can see that it fell right in place. This lug is like a scope mount shift lug, locking lug, if I could say that. So when you place that on, that falls into place and it keeps it from, and there is no play back and forth. So falls in place, sits over the ejector as so. So there should be no issues with brass ejection. It sits over the bulges in the receiver, the locking bulges, if you will, the mounting bulges, if that makes sense. So we will just one at a time slide these lugs into place. Let me get one in, and then I can now what I don't know is how tight you torque these, if you torque them at all. But the first one seems to be on. I'm not going to tighten it at all, to be honest with you. Okay, so next, basically what you're going to do, if you can see that, is just slide that lug in there, put a screw down through it, and just thread it in. Trying to catch the thread. Let me take that out and make sure it's lined up. Okay, it looks to be lined up. Okay. This is kind of a pain, I'm not gonna lie, but fiddling with these screws. Okay, got it. So basically, you got to push each one in. When you catch the threads, you'll feel it tighten up. You don't want to run these super tight just yet, because you got to torque this down. You got to torque this down when all of them are in. You just can't put one in and start going to town. When you do this, I'm not sure if you can see, the hole's off to one side. The hole goes to the outside. Some of you might know that, some of you might not. I just figured I'd say it because this is sort of my first experience with MP5s as far as MP5s and owning my own. I had a G3, I converted the MSG90 way before I had this channel. That would have been actually some good material for you guys when I built that, but I don't even know if YouTube was, well, YouTube probably was out at that time. I just didn't have a channel. Okay, the last one. Come on. See if it needs to be slid over just a hair. There, that should be it. This thing is already fit on pretty tight now. There we go. So it's on. So now when you start and again, we're just, or I'm just sort of torquing this down just to check the fit. Okay, this one here. Yeah, this thing's fitting on pretty good here. There, I'd say that's probably it. Now, I would Loctite these. I would Loctite these for sure. I'm just looking down to make sure. Everything's sort of clamped properly. There's just a lot of slack in this one. I would say that that's pretty dang tight. I would Loctite those and leave it there. I don't have the optic out here, but I'm willing to bet that's pretty close to co-witness where that optic's gonna sit. But back it up here, sort of give you some. Now, it does cover your serial number, unless your serial number is in the back. Which it might not be a bad idea to have that engraved in the rear. But when we do SBR engravings, that just might be where we do it. Put the serial number in there. But regardless, I am really satisfied with this. This is turning out really cool. It's a lot more authentic now. By the way, if you get the Arms Unlimited, you don't get the big Battle Steel stupid advertisement over here. Which I know a lot of you people complained about that from Battle Steel, you MP5 people. But yeah, there you go. That's your heads up there as far as adding the scope weldment. I had a buddy do it, so I couldn't film it. And then, as you've seen, I rolled some pictures in the beginning of taking the pick rail off. So, there you go. I'll catch you in the next one when we get this all refinished and reassembled.